Yes.
Yes.
I remember when you bought me that little doll back in the 50s. It made my whole year.
I remember that. I actually brought you a second one because you tore the head off, which they did in that era. You know, they pulled that head off, and you never could get that head back.
Don't tell on me, Santa.
The elves worked on that. We got it where the head doesn't. If it pops off, you get it back on. Yes.
Well,
Matter of fact,
thank you.
I think you ripped y'all about that era where they started ripping the head off. We got to do something about this.
I threw mine at my sister and broke it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she was naughty. I was nice. Okay.
Not surprising.
But hey, now the one thing to anybody that's watching, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this before we get into everything. This is about Jesus Christ.
Yes,
That's right.
And that's what we're celebrating about. That's Christmas. It's about Jesus Christ, and that He died on the cross for our sins. And that's what Christmas is all about, and that's what makes it great and extra special.
That's
exactly.
right.
And then the kids are just all that, they're just all so sin-free and so happy and all that, so that's what it's about.
It is.
Well, thank you so much. Do you want to come over here and meet? Well, you know these kids.
I would love to.
You want to come sit with them?
I would love to.
All right.
And I brought this right here because that talks about me, and I would love one of y'all to read that.
Okay, I'll
because
read
it's
it.
more talking
Gladly.
about.
I'll read it for you.
When we get to that point, if y'all
When
could
we get
squeeze
to that
in.
point, okay.
And we got all the little kids
All
over
right.
there.
All the
Yes.
little kids are over here
So,
for you.
and we've got some presents here and all that. Are we
do.
walking this way?
Yes.
We do, yes.
Yes.
So if you'll come on over here to the kids, we've got a video that we're going to show. And then we'll come back over to you all in just a little bit.
Oh, yes. Look at all the beautiful kids here. Yes. So I get to sit here beside you, and that's such a pretty hat and your sweater. Nice hair.
Okay, and we've got some videos that we're going to talk about. Christmas memories.
My favorite Christmas memory in Paris growing up as a young child was just family get-togethers, and everybody always came to our house. We had aunts and uncles and cousins and grandparents and great-grandparents. Just a fun time for family. And then going outside and sledding. You know, back in those years, not so long ago, there were 12 inches of snow on the ground at Christmas. The weather was quite different than it is now. But it was always a fun time at Christmas.
Great. Well, that was interesting. It was so nice to have her on, and that was wonderful. We've got a couple more that we're going to be sharing here as we move forward here.
So I'm going to share a Christmas memory. I actually have a lot of good Christmas memories. My parents always really worked hard to make Christmas special when I was little. Every other year we would go to Missouri, where my mom's family lived. So I have great memories up there. Driving through the ice and snow, because we were going no matter what.
Ice and snow.
Yes, and we would have a great time with all my cousins up there. But one thing I remember pretty recently, Dad had never been to Israel before.
Oh, wow.
And Mom and Dad always do things to try to make it super special for the other ones. They just love each other so much, and they love surprising each other with big surprises. And so we all knew about this, and he was wanting to go to Israel, and so Mom was going to send him to Israel as his Christmas gift. And her brother was taking the trip and getting it together. And they just talked about how they couldn't afford for him to do it right now. And so on Christmas morning, Mom had all the grandkids come in when it was time for Dad to receive his gift. And there was a suitcase. One brought in a suitcase. And then they started bringing in things like clothes and a CPAP machine, because he'd need that. And brought in his passport.